Good morning, fam. All right, let's go ahead and check in on everything. Welcome back. So today we've got the Michigan consumer expectations, consumer sentiment, and inflation expectations, and we also have the durable goods high importance one as well that came at 5:30. So that's going to be baked in there. I believe I saw some pretty good movement. I just checked this in just now, so I didn't get a chance to trade this, setting up the stream. But really great rip, $10 rip right there. Good setup on bullish action. You can see we ripped at the open. We got the high of the day there at just now. It's just made at 58.88. So looking for a pullback right now. Realize I don't see my indicators here. I don't know why this does this sometimes. Well, that's a key part of our trading strategy. Okay, there we go. Looks like there's enough range on the day. Go for a little less, try for 5 and 5. Not everything's going to be a big rip like that. Great rip at 6:45. Just missed it, so setting everything up. All right, let's see if we can get a nice solid pullback to about 83 or so. Maybe a bounce off that. Might end up bouncing right here, 84. I hope not. I hope we get a bigger pullback than that. Now, I want to see a pullback to like 84, 83. Would be ideal. Every indicator is showing bullish right now. So we're just going to watch 10-second chart and look for an entry. I want to go long right here. Just looking for a slight bit more confirmation. We almost have a TTM cyan and a 9/12/26.
Order filled.
Went long right there off 85.50. We get out at 86.75. I think I might have jumped the gun slightly. I did do a good job of waiting for a little bit more for the pullback, but I don't see the cyan switch that I was expecting right there. So I try to buy in after the switch has already happened, but 0.3 on TTM. going to try to get out of this and see if I can get a better entry.
Order filled.
Right, we got out of that. I'm going to look for a little better entry. We made about $40 on that. That looks like a good entry there. We got this flag going on. The 9 EMA is pushed up quite a bit. I think that we're going to rip here very soon. I don't see what I see on the what I want to see on the TCM just yet. I'd like to see this connected with the green dot. Excuse me. Just gonna check in with y'all. What's up, Tiny? What's up, Kevin? Thank you guys so much for being here. Whew. A little sneezy. You can need to blow my nose. Give me just a second. All right, I'm back. Okay. Well, so I was here about 5 minutes earlier. Gonna grab that. It's kind of I don't know when to go attack this just yet. I sort of feel like it needs to pull back again to about 84 and then bounce. But what I was really looking for was some kind of a cleaner movement on the tiki squeeze. Right now, it's just trading between 85 and 86. And I don't see the tiki moving in any direction, the TTM. Is this it? We finally get this? See 86.50. It's 87. I think that was it finally. Guess we're looking at breaking through the highs. I think we're looking for a high of the day break. Yeah, it looks like it. TTM's only at 5.5 on the 1 minute. On the bid here. Tried to go long off 87.50. Just didn't get filled there. I was trying to go from 87.50 to 88.50. Kind of looks like a U-shaped pattern. So a little pullback followed by a pop would look kind of nice. All right, gonna take a chance and go long here. Long off 87.75. Oh, I don't see what I want to see just yet. That's what I was looking for. I took 2 ticks on that. So not much. I was originally going to go for 3, but it kind of felt like there was not enough movement pressure, so that's why I moved it down. Taking sort of micro scalps. So really would like to see another momentum move like we got at 645. We're about a minute, almost a minute and a half away from the 7 o'clock push. So that did push through the move I was looking for. Kind of moving a little choppy though. There's 89. I think we're gonna push through 90. Probably hit like 93. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have my charts up. My apologies. There's 91 or 90.75 actually. And we're at 859. Yes, it's up about $40 on the day. Definitely a bullish day. Every indicator is showing bull run. So we likely have room up to 5,900. I want to see this on the 15-minute chart because we were talking about this yesterday, and it did happen today. We were talking about that it would probably take a few hours and possibly be into today, and there it is. There's that crossover we're looking for. So definitely in the right position to be able to attack for bullish moves. And here's 7 o'clock right here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Took a quick 3. That puts us up 313 on the day. And it did hit 93, the exact dollar amount that I said that it would hit. Big run from 89 up to 93. I feel like it's gonna push again. I don't see the perfect timing setup, but that was a good move. I could feel like that was, I felt like that was gonna pop there. I was trying to get there about 5 seconds earlier. I'm gonna take a look at the report that dropped. All right, here we are. So we had the consumer expectations final at 74.1. The forecast was 72.9. And I forgot how this is weighted. That's the consumer expectations. The inflation expectations. Forecast was 2.9. Actual was 2.7. So inflation expectations coming in slightly lower than expected. And there's the rip. So that hit 95.
Order filled. Order filled.
Just took another 3 ticker. And there's a nice big push up there.
Order filled.
Maybe I just bought a little high, but yeah, I did. Yeah, I bought way too high just now. I was expecting the momentum to go for another few seconds. Let's pull back to 95 there. With the wrong direction on that. That sucks because I was green. Now I'm red. And I held this way too long.
Order filled.
Held that way too long. Lost yesterday's gains and today's gains on that one trade. Got to keep an eye on the trail. It's at 19. So that was a pretty hefty loss on that. Got it right on the first one and didn't go for big enough on the second one. Switch this up to 5. So big pullback to, yeah, we took way too big of a loss on that. Shouldn't let my losses run like that. Pulled all the way back to 92. And we pop back right back up to 95.
Order filled.
Buying too high because I'm waiting for the confirmation. So now I'm buying too high. I gotta slow down.
Order filled.
Another $500 loss on that. So, wow. Amazing how fast it can turn around. So when we were actually looking at that, so we were up 562.50 on the day. So we had actually really already hit our goal after, everything. And we took those two losses totaling out to $1,562. The first loss there being a 1062.50 loss. So, this is how fast it can turn around. If you get caught up or swept up in the momentum, which is exactly what happened right here on this trade. I got swept up in that momentum and tried to follow it into the rip and was looking for that continued push to try and just like grab it again. When in reality, what I should have actually done is just gone for a larger trade right here. But the thing was, it was moving so quickly, I really didn't have time to adjust my my take profit. So that's what's up with that. And check this on the 1 minute side. So we pulled back to the 9 EMA here. Having a hard time loading that tiki squeeze today. So it looks to me like we have a cyan switch inbound. Damn it, I was gonna buy that. There's 95. Don't chase. There's a 9, 12, 26 cross. All right, going long here. No fill on that. This is where I filled last time. We have a fresh cyan switch here, though.
Order filled.
I keep filling at the top now. It's 97. Damn. I saw the sellers there and tried to maneuver downward. Hit 97 and a quarter. My sell was 97.50. There's 96.50, which has been kind of a challenging spot.
Order filled.
All right. Got out with a tiny profit on that one. Only like 2 ticks, which isn't much. Challenging day. So we got a lot of ground to make up today now. It's too bad because we were up 500 yesterday and up about 500 today. So that means we got a hefty amount of ground to make up. This thing sort of keeps stalling out right up here. These like really long stalls are really annoying. So overtraded by that one candle. Every candle on 5-minute has been green. I think we're due for a pullback. Like a rather large pullback. Not like a sell off or a crash or anything, but yeah, there's a pretty good sized pullback right there. I'm just gonna go short here.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, there's a quick 5 and 3. So down 850 on the day. My goal is just to end green now at this point. So let's pull back to 91. I'm tempted to go long here. Guess I should have. There's 93. There's a red yellow on 10 second. And the bounce up off 91 has been pretty strong. It's 8 tick bounce. I just don't want to buy here and then have this pull back again, which looks like it's not gonna, but that bounced all the way up to 95. Crazy. TTM's now at 2.8 on the 1 minute side. So that pulled back all the way to the 26 moving average, where we may pull back again. I would be looking at like 89 as the low of the pullback. I think if it pulls back to 86, it's probably too big of a pullback, but like 89, I think looks pretty good. So there's a pullback right there to 91.50, 91.75. TTM's at negative 0.6. We got to look at 95 as the resistance. Actually, I'm going to say 94. Yeah, I'm going to say 94 because this one didn't even tap 95. It hit 94.75. Pulling back to 91.75 again. Exact spot. Nearing a silent switch. All right, bought into 94, which is where I said that resistance is. Looking for a breakthrough that resistance towards 95 off that cyan switch. Low sell orders there. There we go.
Order filled.
All right, so that was another 3 ticks back. So down 630 on the day. Haven't got the account back into green just yet. Close up. All right, check this on the 1 minute. So we're back at 94.75 after a good sized sell off. TTM is still on the decline, currently at 2.0. So this could reverse and become like this, where you have a sell off to near flat and then a pop again. So that could happen here. I had the briefest moment of intuition right here after this trade to walk. It was so brief. So what I'd really actually want to see is I'd actually want to see the 1 minute go red on TTM, pull back to the 50 moving average, consolidate here for a little while, and then pop off that. So we are getting the pullback portion of it at this particular point in time. We'll see if it pulls back all the way to the area that I'm looking for. There's a fresh red on TTM 10. Wonder if I should short this. 91.75's acted as support a few times. Just above that 200 moving average. It's the reason why I'm not going short on this. Although it could, easily drop here. I'm gonna go grab some water real fast. This tea is making me feel sick. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. So I brought the account back a little bit. Still negative 638 on the day. So we still have a ways to go to get back green. Currently 720. Nice pop there off the 200 moving average. So that's why I didn't go short there. Popped right back up to 94. It's almost like you can just buy at 91 and sell at 94. Okay, this looks a little bit better for going long. We're back up at 95. I'm going to check this on the 1 minute side. So 1 minute still has a cooling TTM candle there with that red dot. Currently exactly flat. And actually, it just went negative on the TTM 1. Might not stay that way. Here's 94.50, 95 area. This was a nice rip. Let's see, the rip is starting to happen. It's sort of like red-yellow. On this one was red-yellow. Because by the time science switches there, the move is done. Yeah, it's like red-yellow moves on the 10 second. TTM's currently flat on the 1 minute side. And that's bouncing off that 9 EMA there. We've got resistance pretty strongly here at about 96.50. And put it right there as the resistance. So 96 and a quarter. Popping through that, tapping 97. Is this going to be our run for the high? I think this might be it. Yep. There's the run for the high. Looks like we might break 5,900. There's 58.99 and a quarter. Big breakout there. Fresh cyan with a green dot. Broke through 5,900 for a second. Want to see a pullback for this candle here, just like a 1 minute pullback. Just pull back to 98.
Order filled.
Trying to get out 99 and a quarter.
Order
All right, there we
filled.
go. Quick scalp. Now down 516. The account's almost back to break even. I believe that we are going to break above 5,900 today. ES could even hit 6,000. I don't know about today, but before the end of the month, potentially. I think the ES is going to hit 6,000 before the month is over. I'm making that prediction right here on this channel, Friday, October 25th. I believe that the ES will hit 6,000 before October ends. I'm making that prediction based off some fundamental data. So, yeah, I will say that the the evaluation really introduces you to yourself as a trader, which I really agree. Feel is really important to actually really grow. It exposes your blind spots, and I love that. Yeah, melt back down. You're probably correct on that. All right, pull back here. I considered going short right there just because it was a fresh, fresh red. But the reason why I didn't was because of the 50 moving average. I didn't know if it would bounce on it. So there was a lot of volume right there just a moment ago. Big pop in volume. So new high at 5,900.75. 200 moving average still below the view app. We're still in very bullish form. So, and our next report is coming out at 10 o'clock. It's the Baker's oil rig count. And then that's the last report of the week for economic reports. As far as earnings are concerned, what do we have for earnings? We have 85 earnings today. And I believe we just had Tesla earnings. Was that yesterday? So, we have quite a few earnings reports that haven't dropped yet. Same with revenue. So nice big pullback there, followed by a bounce right on the support level that I drew. So we're back up here at 98. A lot of sell orders sitting right there at 98.50. You see that market depth bar. There's a fresh cyan switch and going long here off of 98.75. Trying to get out
Order
at 99.
filled.
Ah, tricked me. Oh, no, I was trying to get out at 99.50. What the heck was I even thinking? I'm trying to get this thing out at 99. Ah, tap my order. Come on, Phil. Just keeps tapping it. It's literally sitting on it.
Order filled.
All right, it filled them all. Wow, look at that drop. Filled them all right before. Oh my god, that was godsend stuff right there. All right, down 474 on the day. And the account is officially back in green. I can't believe we even did that to begin with. But whatever. We'll make it back. Crazy move. Big rejection off of 99 and pulling back to 97.50. That sounded cool with the all the fills all came through. It was order fill. Yeah, all right. I'm a little bit of a character. Oh, you a character? You can see how perfectly it bounced off the support level here that we drew. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like why technical analysis is so important. Why you absolutely need to be able to look at things and not look at the support level as being necessarily the peak or the wicks. I've met a lot of people where they're like, oh, well, resistance is right up here at 900.75. I'm like, not necessarily. Where's all the buys actually happening? Where's all the volume? And like when I look at this, it's more like right here where you had, this is where the candle closed, this is where the candle closed, this is where the candle closed. You have 3 close points right here. So you're looking at 99.75 as that resistance right there. And right here, 98.75, where these candles actually close, you know? So we only took a single tick on that, but it was a crappy trade to begin with, so. Little doji down there. And the real move on the day is red yellow. Like the 10-second red to yellows. The cyan switches, not so great today. But look at the red yellows. So you got red to yellow here, and then boom, you get plenty of move. red to yellow here, and look at that move. So again, red to yellow here, still plenty of move. Red to yellow here, not so much. Red to yellow here, big fat move. So today it's all about the red to yellow on the 10-second. Even this crappy move right here, just like red to yellow, kind of made some move. Selling off from 99. We're still looking pretty bullish on the day. But at this point, I think we're a little extended. VWAP's at 78. You guys know that I tend to look at about a $30 move available from VWAP. So from VWAP, that puts us at 59.08 as sort of the high availability, which let's see where we're at with the upper end of the Bollinger Bands up here at 99.25. I don't think that's really real. That would just be an insane day, but this still is a pretty insane day, being up $48 on the ES. So if we were to sell off, I would imagine we'd sell off for about an hour or so and kind of hang out around 85 or 90 and then pop off that. It's kind of getting a little choppy. I think people are kind of maybe dipping out of the market, but I want to take bigger trades today, but given the just where I've been buying, doesn't really seem like a smart move. I mean, I think that all of the market is manipulated, to be completely honest. I think all of it is. Like, if I really consider like just oil, for example, like oil moves on really low volume. Could you imagine what oil would look like if just even like a billionaire, not even like some crazy, you know, market trader or something like that, but just a billionaire came in and like put in, I don't know, a few $1,000,000, like $3 million. How much would that market just move? Because a contract on there, like a barrel is only 70 something bucks for the price. And you think about that, like it moves pretty large off just like 100 contracts. So if someone comes in, they buy like 300 contracts, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Or sell 300 contracts. Yeah, exactly. Especially oil. So I think about the market. I think it's all manipulated. I don't really care that it is. That's just part of the game. I mean, and that's the game that we accept to play. And speaking of oil, this looks to have a 5200 cross inbound. Oil's up $1 on the day. Had this big drop off here, this big sell off. When was this? At 710. Big sell off at 710, and looks like it's setting up for another move. There's a fresh cyan switch on the 1 minute side. Just taking a look at some of the 1 minute credentials here. The 200 moving average is above the VWAP. We have the high up there at 71.40 and a lot of resistance up here at 71.25. There's a fresh cross right there, just happened, and we got a pop off from 15 up to 20. ES is back around 96. Yeah, you see right here, this is only 50 contracts is able to push oil from 71.13 up to 71.16. So 50 contracts push it 3 cents. So in theory, 100 contracts on buy would push it at 6 cents. Just in, keeping consistent with the math. Doesn't mean nothing, but pulling back to 71.19. The one thing I don't like about oil on the day is that the 200 moving average is well above the VWAP. And that crossed over here at like 4 in the morning. So that's the only thing I don't like about oil. $71.17. But it makes sense why oil is moving, because we have crude oil reports dropping, or the oil rig, not crude, sorry, Baker Hughes oil rig dropping at 10 o'clock. So it's 482 prior, 482 forecast. I'm assuming it's going to be 482. Refers to the number of active U.S. oil rigs for a given week. I can't imagine this changes all that much. 483. So we lost one. 483, 485, 88, 84, 84, 81, 82, 82. More than likely. So I can't imagine this like changes all that much. But I do imagine that just one change to it would cause a pretty large difference in it. By the way, y'all chilling, hanging out. Take a moment, like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here. Staying out of trading until that report drops. Which one? The oil one? That's the last one. Let's get chopped up. But when trade, yeah. So ES kind of fizzling out, going sideways. I really wish we didn't take that trade, man. Because, we were up a good 500 plus on the day. We just needed a walk. And the intuition for it was so brief, just because the market was moving so much. So I was trying to grab it. And, but we came back a good 600 or some dollars from where that was at. It's just that these two losses were big. That one loss right there being 1062. But we have come back, quite a bit. It's just we got a long way to go to get it back into green. Another 450. It's not too bad. We did at least get the account green on the day. 450 would put us, or like 480 would put us back to flat on the day. So I'm just afraid that we missed most of the moves. 71.41 or 741, not 71. Brain thinking in oil. So will we break 5,900 a day? Will we get to like 59.15 or 59.20? Is that even possible today? It's possible, but is it probable? With the ES being up nearly $50, I don't know. It almost feels like it needs to consolidate on the day around 5,900, maybe like 59.05, 59.10 at the high end. It almost feels like it needs to consolidate there, and then come Monday, flip on up to well above that. But when we go out and we check the like a 30-minute time frame here, you can see this has a 5,200 cross inbound on the 30-minute. We did get that cross on the 15, which typically runs for a day or two. When the 15 crosses, we usually get like 2 days worth of run. So we're currently in a 15-minute pullback, which actually would be good. But yeah, overtraded today by one extra trade right here, and that's what kept me around. Because we took that trade and then ended up, way down. Big sell off of it. We did get some good trades along the way. So what? We lost on that one, and then where's the other loss? Right here. There are 2 losses on that same section. I honestly would like to see a larger pullback. I think that would actually genuinely help this. There's just a big range between the 50 and the VWAP, so like a pullback to like 90 would look really good. And just some consolidation around there. There's a pullback to 94. I'm tempted to short this. I'm gonna do it.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Made a quick 3. Now down 307 on the day, and the account is back into pause territory at 194. Glad I switched the water. The tea was making me feel really sick. 5,200 cross on the downside. Maybe if we get a pullback up to like 94, we'll go short off that. Not just yet, because it looks like we might get a pop up towards like 95 area. Yeah, should have bought long. Huh. What a call. And so it literally went to 95. And we were down at like 92. That would have been a great move. So 600-700 contracts, probably one of the largest candles in a while, largest volume in a while. And you can see all the big moves have been this 6,700 or 7,000 or so. We'll just call it 7,000. This actually continued to sell, but you can see here this big pullback. I gotta take advantage of this.
Order filled.
I think I filled that at the bottom. Yeah, I did. Let's short in the wrong location. I'm just gonna try to get out with a single tick at 90.5.
Order filled.
Okay. We got out. I wanted this to come down to 90, but I just don't really like the move, so. But we made a good like $50 on that, or 45. And it did come down and hit 90, so I guess that trade actually would have worked. This right here was a good short though, and that was a good long. And you can see that was a red yellow. I think this is gonna pop again. Guess I'm wrong on that one. I was basing that pop off the 8-9 cross. A lot of times, like you'll see, here's the 8-9 cross here, and beep. Okay, down 265 on the day. Counts positive at 236. Pretty good comeback, considering I think I was down 1,500 at one point. Yeah, we made 15.6. We literally so all our loss right now is solely fees. Look, our fees is 265.20, and we're negative 265.20. So technically, we're at break even on the day. Not bad, considering I think I was down 1,500 and some change. So thank you, I appreciate it. I'd like to get green on the day. That's going to require a good, solid like 4 ticks or something, like a 5 and 4. Probably 2 of those. This pullback is continuing. So if you recall back when I was talking about here, I wanted to see a pullback and consolidation around 90, 58.90, and that's sort of where we're at right now. Whoa, big pullback right there. A lot of those are going to fill back up, so this is going to come right back. That was a big pullback. Pulled all the way down to 86 for a second, just to pop right back up to 89, 90. That's pretty crazy. You can see a lot of buy orders coming in right there. So the question is going to be, when does this reverse? And I believe that this will reverse back up to the upside. This 5,200 cross here is going to be a really crucial zone on that 10-second chart, because that's really going to give us that positive indication of upward direction. This is holding pretty solid at 90. That flash right there with that big hammer candle, that gives me some good vibes, I guess, for upward move. I wanted to grab that. Try to grab that. I'm gonna cut this trade off, and I'm gonna look for an entry just in case this pushes against that 50 moving average. There's 93.25. Quick pullback would look great. I'm gonna check this on the 1-minute chart real fast. There's 92. Yeah, first yellow candle. So I think that we're gonna see a reversal here to the upside. I'm gonna grab the buy order here.
Order filled.
In long at 92, looking to get out at 93. There's 92.50. I see too many sell orders. That was why I didn't buy here in the first place, was because I was worried it was going to reject out that 50 moving average, which is exactly what it did. Unfortunately, it did it seconds after we bought into that trade. So I may have to cut this. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut that. Unless we pull right back up. There's 91.50. We're in at 92 flat. We got paused at 92.50. That's whack. Yeah. Damn. Should have taken a short. Push back up to that 50 moving average. That was 91.75, almost at break even. I'll be happy just to get out of 92 or 92 and a quarter. No, it was literally on my sell order. Come on now. Don't be like that. It was 92. Kind of viewing 92 as a little bit of resistance. All right.
Order filled.
Lucky we got out on that. That was a crappy trade. I'll be the first to call it out. But it did actually end up breaking out to 93, which was the original intention. It just took a while in this whole pullback area. It could have easily went against us heavily. So that was a really bad trade, in my opinion. But I do think that we have a great situation forming here for an upward move, for an upward direction move, possibly at 8 o'clock. We're looking at 5 minutes to 8. Let's take a look at this 3-minute chart here. Let's get that Tiki loaded. Now, 3-minute is actually, TTM is stacked down at 0 right now. So what if this ends up doing a false break and just ripping down? That rip down, I would be looking at 85. Let's close us in a minute and a half for this candle. It's at 57. 5-minute should have TTM blues. I got the TTM blues. Just checking in with y'all's. Yeah, the 8 o'clock drop coming mayhap. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's either going to be a rip or a drop, but I am looking at it at 8 o'clock. So we came back a lot in the account today, down 223 from being positive 500. So that's, not as fun, but trail max at 23. And about 40 seconds away from our 3-minute. Sorry to jump around charts so much, but sometimes it's just what I gotta do. I would have them all up at once, but I only have one monitor, and I need to see the chart kind of big. I got visual issues. So, negative 2.3 on TTM yellow. And the 3-minute one's about to pop. So 3-minute ending lower with a red on TTM. So being as that's the case, we're either going to find support right here or we're going to dump down some. If you look right here, we've got a 9-12-26 cross to the downside with a red on TTM3. So, could have a bit of a sell-off here. It's looking a little bearish to me. There's a red candle on the TTM1. Come on, load. Yeah, there was a nice short there off of 91, 92, like 91.50 area. I think the 8 o'clock movement is going to bring a lot of volume and volatility. What time do we have left? We're good. Jump around. Jump around. House of Pain, man. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get the down. Minute and a half. Are we going to rip or dip? That's a nice pop off of 89. Back up to 90. 91, really. The range is getting a little tighter. Would have loved to have seen these get a little bit closer if that 200 moving average could have dropped more. One minute to 8, slightly above the 50 moving average. That area acts as too much as resistance way too often, so I'm not willing to necessarily buy long there. That's the whole reason why I was hesitant to buy long right here. We were just kind of, in my opinion, lucky to get out of this with a little bit of profit. So I don't want to be lucky. I want to be skilled. There's a fresh TTM swap pushing above the 50. 9 and 12 and 26, though, are all still below the 50 and 35. 35 gets above the 50, then, it's a lot. I have a lot more confidence in it at that point, but that's just not where I'm at right now. 10 seconds to 8. I think we're going to see a big volume push here. 2 seconds. Here's 8 o'clock. Looks like mostly buys right now. Popped up to 91.75. Sort of hitting a little resistance there. Wanted to see if this goes to 94. Buying long right here.
Order filled.
In at 92.75. And was looking for a move up to 94. At 93.50. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. No. Bought in too late, I guess. Was really looking for 94 on that. Kind of coming up and tapping break even here.
Order filled.
Right, so we did get that trade. We got it at 93.50. There's 94. Timing slightly off on some stuff here, but it's getting tighter, getting a little bit better. Currently down 56 on the day. And all that is just due to fees. So technically we're actually profitable in terms of actual trading. Profitable roughly $300, but we have $306 in fees just because we've taken so many trades today in order to recover from those 2 losses. And that just those 2 losses were too big. The first one being huge, $1,000 loss. It's just kind of unacceptable. But we're about back to break even and getting back most of our $500 that we had made yesterday. So the account is currently sitting up $445. If I walked away with a $56 loss on the day, I really wouldn't care that much. I'd just be like, great, cool, we'll trade on Monday. I think Monday, I'm personally kind of feeling that the market's gonna fly high, not low. 803. We have a 5200 cross inbound here. I'd like to get a move about this size from like a 8 to 12 ticker, because that would really give us sort of the full, like, what we're going after in terms of the day. So like 7 ticks I think would be perfect. Yeah, before fees it's like 437. I'm gonna check this on the 1 minute side. ES currently up about 43 on the day. And we do have a sign and switch on red dot. 9, and you can see here, like, we've got the sign and switch, but we don't have the other crossovers. So we don't have all this, like, all the bullish sentiment necessarily going on here. This one here, bullish, the 35 above the 26. But everything else is bearish. The 26 being above the 50, bearish. The 9 and 12 are basically kissing, so they're not really going nowhere, and they're definitely below the 26 and the 35, so all of that is all bearish. So this sign switch, not really, in my opinion, a great buy indicator, if you will. So we got some other stuff that needs to happen, that needs to stack up in order to have this actually have a reversal. But if you really pull back on here, you can kind of see that this is forming sort of a longer, either head and shoulders. Okay, so here's your shoulder one, here's your head. This would be your right shoulder here, and then pulling back some, possibly to VWAP or even 200 moving average. But that would still have the ESB positive on the day. So there would still be a lot of opportunity for upward move. All right, other business, other stuff to consider. All right, so let's see. 9, 12, 26 on the 10-second side with the cyan switch on the 10. 1 minute side still has that cyan stack up, but currently below the 50 moving average. I want to see the 35 get below the 50. That would look a lot nicer. So we got this 9, 12, 26 cross here, but I can't really necessarily trust it yet. Like, we need to see these moving averages begin to eclipse the 50. On the 10-second side, we've got this 5200 cross inbound. So Big sell off there. All right, big sell off. Big rejection. Pulling back to 90. That's sort of the area to watch. You can see we've got triple bottom support there. Right here. Okay. And then we've got resistance right here at 92.50. Breaking below that support level. So essentially back at break even on the day due to fees. So how are you doing on your trail max, Tiny? Because that's really like for me when I do the evaluations, when I'm looking at the evaluations, I don't look at my account balance as much as I'm looking at my trail max. I'm trying to keep my trail max high. And that's like the main thing. Like if I can have my trail max be maxed out, then I'm looking at my account balance. But I'm really a lot of times looking at that trail max and just keeping a really close eye on it. Mine's currently at 24.63 because, like I said, we were up $500 on the day. So and gave that back all on that one trade. But we got the account back into green. That's what's important for today right now. Just waiting for this 35 really to dip below 50. I think it'll give us that real opportunity. I'm really looking at 830, I believe, as a reversal. I don't think that we're going to sell off all the way back down to the VWAP and down to 200 moving average. It just doesn't feel like that's where the sentiment is today. We may sort of vacillate a little bit, but it doesn't really feel like the sentiment is about selling off. It feels like the sentiment is more bullish on the day. Might get a big sell-off right here, though, as we just got a fresh red on the 1 minute side. Considering going short right here. I'm not going to do it, but considering it, so we got this fresh red on the 10-second. But the reason why I'm not doing it is because we're right at 90, which has been acting as support. Even if we hit 88 and a quarter, like this pulled up to 90 just now, but it's just it seems a little risky to me because we're popping up through 90, popping like off of 90. So oil going setting up for a downward move. Oil looks like it could actually sell off. There was actually a massive amount of contracts in oil right here. at 752, which was on the sell-off side. There's that TTM red on 1 minute. I think we have room down to like 88, maybe 87, but $50 getting above 35, that's bearish. The movement's slowed down a lot, though. Look at all these dojis that are starting to form. I'm looking for that, like, one more trade kind of thing. Currently at 815. And the 5200 are really close together. I think that right there is going to be our next run toward the highs whenever that happens. For now, it's just slowly grinding down. But I think that we'll hit 5,900 again at some point today. Whether we break that or not, I don't know. But I think at some point today we'll hit 59. TTM at negative 1.3. So, in theory, this should have sold off heavily. Like you can see right here, just a quick cyan switch or a red switch. Like how large the sell-offs are. So when they don't sell off big like that, like this didn't sell off like really huge. To me, this sort of indicates that we're consolidating along this zone here for a potential rip back up. Pulling back, it kind of looks like a larger, like I said, it looks like a head and shoulders. It also looks like an ABCD pattern. But head and shoulders here, we got shoulder one, kind of a funny little small head, shoulder two, guys like this. So, but this might be the bottom of that shoulder, and then we'll get that push back up. I say way too much. But just slow sell off, nothing really interesting happening. So the trail max, if you're using Trade of 8, there's just you can just check it immediately. It's just right here. So it'll just show you exactly what you have available for your trail max drawdown. But your trail max is essentially it is the amount of money that you've made minus where your account balance is right now. So let's just say you have 50K account and the amount of money you made is like 51,145. Okay, but your account balance is currently sitting at 51,093 because maybe you're in a trade and it spiked up and you didn't have a take profit and then it pulled back some and then you sold, but you still made profit on the trade, but it still spiked up and raised your account balance. So then your trail max would be $52 off of the trail, which would be like 1948. So That's how you can calculate it. But in order to, it's a lot more challenging to do it that way because you have to know what your account spiked up to without the take profit. So for me, I just look at that because it's really just simple and straightforward, and I like that. On Top Step, that was my biggest gripe with Top Step. Was that I found it kind of challenging to find my trail max, so I just ended up doing math all the time. Pulling back to 87. It's just very slow and grindy downwards now. Looks like oil got a pop or something. Yeah, oil popping up a little bit off the View app. There's 71.11, big pullback there, but just got a fresh 5,200 cross on the 10-second side. So oil looking pretty decent here. Oil has a lot of resistance up at 71.20, like 71.25. I'm interested in oil right around this zone. Gonna join the bid here. Actually, I'm gonna reduce this sell order to 05. Or the buy order, I meant to say. Looks like I should have just bought. So oil has this TTM swap here. Man, I wish I would have bought that. Just wasn't getting filled, so. And it's continuing to rip. Damn. Well, missed that whole move. That sucks. Oil getting some volatility on it. I need to see a pullback. Crazy, it just keeps ripping. There's a lot of sell orders right there. There's 71.20. That was a big fat rip, and I missed all of it. And I tried to grab it, but just didn't get filled. And then I moved my buy order down even lower, unfortunately. It potentially would have got filled if I just would have kept my buy order where it was, but oil looks like it's set for a reversal because you got this 9 moving average getting above the 200, 50 on approach, and on the 10-second side, it's there. Looking for the right entry. It feels like it's somewhere in this zone.
Order filled.
Bought
Order
at
filled.
71.16 long. We're gonna get out at 20.
Order filled.
Got out of one contract.
Order filled. Order filled.
Got out of the rest of them. So that puts me green on the day, 41.40. And I'm glad I got out of those contracts. So that puts me green on the day. Oil looks like it's set for a nice rip. What's ES doing? ES still dropping. Okay. Oil looks like it's set up for a nice rip. Okay, so you've got this 5200 cross here. It's getting above the 10-second VWAP. Got a great pullback coming on right now. We popped up from 71 up to 71.30. So massive rip that I unfortunately missed. We're well above the VWAP here, but we've got 9 and 12, 26 crossover. It makes sense for this pullback right here because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles in a row before peaking on a red. There's a little doji there, pulling back, like a pullback to 71.07 or 71.10 or 71.12. All looks pretty nice. On the 10-second side, this is where I really want to watch it. This pulled back all the way to 12, and there's the rip.
Order filled.
But long at 25, looking to get out 29. But I think I want to reduce that a little bit.
Order filled.
No, I don't. I'm just done. Haha. All right, we're up 218 on the day. Hell of a comeback. Hell of a comeback. Like, what a crazy comeback on the day. Like I said, oil set to rip. It was obvious. You could see it forming, and it looks like it could even go much, much higher because we've got this 5200 crossover inbound after a really long period of consolidation, and it's continuing to rip past our buy point. High up there is 71.40, and we could easily break that. There's 71.36 on a doji at the top. Just ripped through it. There's new highs, 71.45. Let's watch for a pullback. Could we hit 71.50? I believe so. Little micro pullback there. Want to see a little bit more of a pullback. I just think we're gonna hit 71.50. That's more of a pullback that I want to see. I would love to see a pullback to about 38. So that hit 41. I think we're gonna hit 50. There's 71.47. And yeah, really big pullback would look nice. Like a large pullback to like 38. Really, like a red candle here on the 1 minute down to like 38. How much time is left on this? 20 seconds. That rip there. It's 44. I think that we're going to hit 50. There's 50. Should have bought into it, you know, but I just didn't want to see a a large sell down. Wow, continue to rip. What the hell? There's 62.
Order filled. Order filled.
Bought high, sold higher. Up 396 on the day, and our trail max is almost completely restored. And there's 71.75. Like I said, oil was about to have that breakout. There you have it. I did catch it. Yes, we did catch it. So We're back to profit on the day. We're up 400 on the day. Hell of a trading day. I said in my email that it was going to be a wild ride. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the email, Steve, what the heck? Come on, join up. Ripping all the way to 71.92 off 71.07. What an insane move. Oil going nuts. No holds barred on oil today. Look at this. 5,200 crossover. Called it. This is one of the most algorithmically traded, I guess, instruments that you could possibly do. Oil is by far, I back tested the heck out of this. I really want to get an algo. I just don't know how to make that work with a prop firm, but I really want to get an algo that just trades a 10-second 5,200 cross, buys one contract of oil, and runs it until it crosses downward. So to give you an example of what that looks like, here is a 5,200 cross right there. Okay. So market. Let's grab some shapes. Let's do an ellipse. So the cross happened here. Okay. And it continued to run even with some pullback all the way to here. So that variance right there is from 71.22 on the high, 70.75 on the low. So 71.22 minus 71 or 70.75. So it's a 47-cent move with one contract. You pay about $470. But these happen all day long, and on top of that, the risk is pretty minimal. So you could even put a stop profit at like 10 ticks or maybe even like 20, which will only be $200. But a lot of opportunity for algo trading that. So this ripped all the way to 71.92. What a crazy rip! And you can see this is what I was talking about. There's only 1,400 contracts that caused this rip. Look at that. 1,422 contracts right here on this one at 71.50 ripped it all the way up another 40 cents. So you really, somebody with not even that deep of a pocket could really manipulate oil's futures. And ES just going sideways, doing very little. I think I'll probably walk there. I'll be happy with my $400. It's not the 500 that I wanted, but after coming back as much as we did, we earned $2,300 on green trades today. And we lost 2 trades, just 2, that costed us $1,562. We spent the rest of the day just getting green. And we should have just walked when we hit 500 in our first couple trades. And I could actually figure it out where we're at in our first couple trades. Where's our first loss? Here it is right there. So we had 187.50, 187.50, and 125 and 62.50. So we're at 562.50 minus fees. And I don't know what the fees come out to. So don't break the fees down by like per trade. Maybe if you go to orders. Nah, they don't break it down here. Position history. There you go. So if you go to cash history, that's where it breaks it down. So 1020 in and out. I guess 2040 is the commissions. So for 5 contracts. So it's 2040. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our high of the day, we were at 480. So I'm pretty happy with 390. I think oil probably, yeah. So it sold off and consolidated. I think this is still going to have an opportunity for another big rip on the day. You see, it's actually a really nice flag right there at 7160 area. We're coming up on 830. I think, yeah, it's 834. ES still tending to pull back, or just actually just kind of going sideways along 5880. ES is still pulling back some, but oil giving us that nice flag there, and helping us get green on the day. I'm grateful that some volatility came back to the market, so we had something to attack. And certainly there was a lot more room on this than what I took, but I was trying to just be very mindful and manage risks and take kind of smaller trades just in case there was a big rejection and sell off. But awesome move here. I hope you guys got a piece of it. It looks like there's going to be another op here. It looks like a U pattern. So that would be like a rip back up to around 71.85, and then a sell, like a pullback down, and then a rip up again. And so I said 71.85. That hit 71.80. I don't want to stick around and trade, even though I'm very tempted to trade this. This was pretty simplistic. There was a 9, 12, 26 cross and a cyan switch. The buy just would have been right here at 71.62. There's 87. I said 85. So, yeah. Good chance this will break through the highs, but U-shaped pattern right here. This is what a U-shaped pattern looks like on a 10-second chart. Kind of get this little, it's almost like let's do a point to point. How do we do that? It's this. Polygon. Yeah. So when you get these U-shaped patterns on the 10-second side, they kind of look like this. They're almost like a W, like an ABCD pattern. So when you're looking at it on a 10-second chart, it's sort of upside down mountain peak. But when you look at it on the 1-minute chart, that's where you're getting that U-shaped pattern. Then you're going to get the pullback to this roughly to about the 90 EMA, followed by a rip to the upside. Give me 1 second, y'all, and then I'm actually going to walk on the day because we took that loss, we turned that into a positive day, up 400 on the day. So I'm going to call it right there. I want to thank you guys for being here. One of the reasons I show up is because you guys show up. I love it, love and appreciate you guys. I care deeply about your performance and what you guys are doing. I'm happy to share whatever it is that I do, whatever knowledge I've acquired or experience I've acquired. I'm an open book. If you guys have any questions, join up in our Discord community. We'll see you in there, and just go ahead and drop them in there. I check in that maybe once or twice a day, and we'll check. And I'll answer any questions you guys have. Also, before you guys bail out, if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, there's only a couple days left on Elite Trader Funding's mega sale. You can get a 100K account right now for just $30. There's a link in the description for this. And if you guys go through that link, it'll help support the channel, help the channel grow. You can even get 100K static if you guys are really, really good at risk management for just $20. So check this out. If you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, you can actually pick up to 20 accounts. So now's the time to pile them on and grab them, and you guys can even just have them in the background, even if you're not trading them at this particular point in time. So anyway, y'all, thanks so much for being here. Much love and appreciation. We'll see you guys on Monday. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Stay green.